network Plain Stupid, and Plain Stupid is opposed to all airports expansion. We believe that radical change can't be achieved through merely petitioning our elected representatives and signing petitions and having public meetings and things, although all those things are important. But looking back through history, you only actually get radical change when people force that change through direct actions, through actions which the industry and the government can't ignore, because we're literally kind of like stopping the status quo from continuing. So yeah, on the 13th of July we occupied runway at Heathrow, and we did this primarily to stop climate change emissions. I'm actually from the Green Party, actually, so is Sheila. Sheila's going to say a few words about some other stuff that's actually happened today, and maybe a little bit more about our key messages. But it's really, really great if people can support us. I am hoping to put a motion, or there will be a motion at the Green Party conference in a couple of weeks about support Plain Stupid. So if people could sign up to that, that would be really amazing, would really help our campaign. Our trial starts on the 18th of January, and that's going to be at Wheelston at Crown Court. So have a look at the Plain website, Plain Stupid website for details about that. Thanks very much.
As Mel said, we feel that in this landscape, direct action plays a really important part in getting that message across, due to the complete failure of our democratic processes. And in that vein this morning, I've just come from Westminster, where we dropped this huge banner, which you can't really tell from the picture, but it's actually 3 metres high by 15 metres long. And we dropped that this morning on Westminster Bridge to send a strong, clear message to David Cameron, to remind him of his promise in his previous election manifesto, where he did say no third runway, no ifs, no buts, no third runway. Obviously, we believe that there should be no new runway. We don't need a new runway. We are not in an aviation capacity crisis, as they would have us believe. And moreover, the report that came out recently, the Airport Commission actually admits that if we continue with airport expansion, with aviation expansion, unabated as we are on the current trajectory, we cannot meet our legally binding commitments as set out in the Climate Change Act 2008. That's fundamentally important. That sends a strong message to how seriously we as a nation are taking climate change. And that's a thing that will affect everyone all over the world, not just here in the UK. So it's really important to not lose sight of the gravitas of that. And moreover, if we do continue with our aviation expansion on the current trajectory, by 2050, our entire carbon budget, as set out in the Climate Change Act, will be taken up by the aviation industry. That's just not feasible, that's just not tenable and not realistic. To have a new runway means new planes. More planes means more carbon emissions. More carbon emissions when we need to be drastically reducing them is simply a suicide.